Hey everyone, welcome back to Tuckaway Pines. Today I am out in the Zen garden shooting a redemption video. Last year I had posted a video about a medicinal plant that I had saw on the property and I misspoke, called it a mushroom. And so this time around I happen to have found this plant again on the property, and it is the perfect time because I need to harvest some more of it, and I thought this would be perfect for me to not only redeem myself but to provide the proper information out there for you guys watching. So if you've been following along with us for a while, you might know which video I'm talking about. I am talking about the ghost pipe video. Again, like I said, last year I encountered some ghost pipes on the property and thought it was really intriguing, very interesting, and I decided to make a video, but I did misspeak in that video and I provided some wrong information. So again, I'm here to redeem myself and provide some proper and right information for you guys. So the other day I was taking a stroll on the property again and noticed that we had some more ghost pipe growing, and it actually seemed to have kind of spread about because I noticed it in an area that I didn't see it last year. So it's really nice to see that kind of spreading about, because I know in certain areas it is kind of hard to come by, hard to find, and kind of grows in really hard to find spots in rare clusters. So really fortunate to have it here on the property again this year, and several different clusters I've noticed too. So we're gonna kind of go about each cluster. I'll show you kind of what they're looking like right now and talk a little bit more about them, and we'll do a little bit of harvesting as well. So this is ghost pipe, also known as Monotropa uniflora or Indian pipe. It is a flowering perennial plant found mostly around the world, typically in Asia, North America, South America, and Europe. It is a parasitic plant that gets its energy from other plants, hence their white color. They cannot produce their own chlorophyll. You will find them growing either in small clusters or singly around trees in the shade with lots of humus and moisture. Ghost pipe or Indian pipe got its name not only from its ghostly color, but also from its history and medicinal aid for early native peoples. Generally, ghost pipe has been used as a nervine, sedative, diaphoretic, and antispasmodic. It's helped cases of toothaches, muscle pains and aches, and even some emotional pain. It is recommended as an alternative to opiates. Okay, so now that I've kind of showed you guys a little bit of what we have growing right now, I'm going to go ahead and harvest just a little bit of these guys because I like to make a tincture. We like to use it for natural pain relief. I hate having to take over-the-counter medicine, don't know what's all in it, and I just hate having to swallow the pill itself, so I like using this tincture. It's a great alternative, and it seems to help me, seems to help our family for certain ailments, certain pains, and stuff like that. So like utilizing this, and again, that's why I'm really happy that I found some more growing this year. So Alrighty, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to go and get ready to harvest these. I am going to be wearing some gloves. Last time I did not, and I should have, because I don't want those oils absorbing into my skin. Your skin is very absorbent, believe it or not, and you can absorb so many things just by touching them, especially plants and things like that. So I got some gardening gloves here. I got some shears. I don't want to just yank them out because of, you know, I want them to grow back. These are perennials, so hopefully if I can just cut them right above the soil next year, or maybe later this year, they can kind of resprout. And then another thing is I don't want to over harvest because I want them to come back and I want them to keep growing as they are. I don't want to disturb them too much to where they won't be able to produce or reproduce. So I am going to take about 1/10 of what I see here. That way I can ensure that I'm taking as much as I'm going to use. I don't want to over harvest and have things go to waste. But then again, I am not disturbing the population of these ghost pipes, and so they can continue to grow. So let's get harvesting. Okay, so I filled up my little basket. It's not necessarily full. I got about 10 or so ghost pipes in there, which I think is plenty to get me through the year, and didn't want to over harvest or anything like that, so that was really nice. And you saw I found a little blue jay feather. I actually went and took a little stroll in the woods a little farther in and found a couple more little clusters, so got a little extra and found the blue jay feather. So that was really nice. And yeah, so I'm gonna go inside and process these right away. I don't want these to kind of sit out. They'll start changing color and they'll get wilty, and I don't want them to lose their essence. So we're gonna go inside and make a tincture because that's what I like to do. It lasts longer and it is more direct, more instant. So let's go in. Okay, so we're down in the preservation station, and I'm going to show you how I make my tinctures, my ghost pipe tinctures. There are two different methods to making a tincture. There's the folk method, and then there's the ratio method. I'm going to do the ratio method. I think the first video I just did the folk method, which is very simple. You're going to need like any sort of glass container, and you'll need any type of vodka. It has to be at least 80 proof, 80 to 100 proof. Could be the cheap stuff, doesn't have to be anything fancy. But yeah, so you'll need those two for the folk method, and you just take your ghost pipes and you just plop them in your jar, throw in your vodka, make sure your ghost pipes are covered completely. You know, seal it with your lid, shake it up a little bit, and then, you know, store it properly. That's your folk method. It's very quick, you know, just literally just throw it all in, call it a day. So if you're short on time, it's totally fine. So it works just the same. The ratio method, though, is a little, again, like I said, a little more precise, and you will need a scale of some sort. We'll have to be weighing certain things out. But so first things first is to weigh out your herbs or your medicine. Typically you want to dry your herbs because the water content can not only throw off the weight in the ratio, but it can also cause things to not last as long because that moisture content in there can, cause things to go bad. But with the ghost pipes, I don't dehydrate them. I haven't heard of anybody dehydrating them per se, so I'm just going to kind of go with it. And last year I didn't dehydrate them and it seemed to work just fine, last this long, and I actually still have quite a bit left, but it's nice to just have a nice fresh batch, that way it's still good. So again, I'm going to go quickly grab some gloves because I forgot those, but we are going to start weighing out our ghost pipes. So let me get my gloves and we'll start weighing. Okay, so I got my gloves on. Now what I'm going to do is take out my feather, but I'm going to just take the ghost pipe. I turn my scale on. I have it in ounces, and we're just going to weigh out the ghost pipe, minus the sticks and moss, of course. But let's see, there's a couple more in here. Okay, that's that. Okay, so I am at 0.3 ounces, and when it comes to adding your liquid, the whole ratio, it's a 1 to 5. So 1 your herbs, 5 your alcohol. So that means we will do 1.5 ounces of alcohol. And what I'm going to do, I shut my scale off. I'm going to throw in my ghost pipe into my jar here and add my jar onto my scale before I turn it on. That way it's right at 0 automatically. And that way I can get a proper measurement on my alcohol here. So I'm shooting for 1.5 ounces. Oop, I got 1.6. I mean, that's okay. I'm not gonna stress over it. But I do notice that the ghost pipe isn't covered fully in my jar here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a utensil and kind of push them down. See if I can break them up a little bit. I should do this off the scale. I don't want to ruin my scale. And you'll notice once, everything is soaking into your alcohol, it will turn a purple color. That's just kind of the reaction that occurs with the ghost pipe. It's kind of neat to see. But there, everything is pushed down, pretty much covered, which is nice. And daily, what you want to do daily is just come along, shake it up a little bit, make sure the alcohol is really infusing with all those medicinal oils and nutrients in there. And you want to have this sit in a spot where it's not in direct sunlight. That way it doesn't lose its medicinal purposes. And just let it sit there for about a month, about 3 to 4 weeks or so. You can even let it sit longer if you happen to forget about it. It's not going to hurt it. And yeah, there you go. So that's how I like to make the tincture. Like I said, it's a little more precise. You can get an accurate measurement so you're not over diluting your medicine. Say like you splash a whole bunch of alcohol and just a little bit of something. That way it's not just as weak as, when you're thinking it's not working properly, you're going to use so much at a time. So, but yeah, that's that. I hope everyone enjoyed this new video, the new Ghost Pipe Redemption video. I apologize for the first video. It's still up there, but just to show where we started versus where we come, that I'm learning, still trying to figure things out. And yeah, so I'm here to help when I can, where I can, how I can. And I hope everyone did learn a little bit more from this video than the last video. So please don't forget to like, don't forget to leave me a comment, and please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other fun projects and fun herbal finds that we have here on the property. Thank you guys again for watching. Bye.